Hi everybody, thank you for joining me for day 3 of these December Dash workouts. Today I have a 12-minute lower body mobility flow for you. I really like these mobility flows because it incorporates elements of strength, balance, coordination. We'll be lengthening our muscles, lubricating our joints, getting our energy up. It just feels good. Great way to start the day, or using as a pick-me-up midday when you're feeling kind of low and tired. So every minute the timer is going to go off to cue me to move to a new position. Follow my cues so you know where we're moving to, but make this your workout. Move through the motions into ranges that feel good to you. Stay there longer, follow my progressions, stay where you're at. This is your time, so make it for you, and this should feel really good and should be fun. So we're going to start on the floor on our backs, and we're going to slowly progress our way up into a standing position, just kind of opening up our hips, knees, ankles, and lengthening those muscles. And yeah, let's get started. So I'm going to hit go on my timer. Make sure I can hear it. And we're going to start on our backs with a piriformis stretch. So core is always engaged through this. I'm crossing my ankle over my opposite knee, and I'm just pulling in, trying to keep that knee pointing to the back of the room. Feeling that stretch in my booty and my hip. I'm just gonna stay here. I'm gonna switch sides. So keep that foot flexed, keep that knee pointing towards the back of the room. You can use your hands to pull more. It feels good. Then I'm going to switch again and get another stretch, and then I'm going to let that fall to the side. Use my stomach muscles to pull back up and switch. Let that fall to the side. Oof. And in all these movements, you want to stay within a pain-free zone. So you might feel a little bit of discomfort, but you don't want to be in pain. So stay in a range that's comfortable for you. So now my arms are up to a T. I'm going to bring my right leg up to a 90, and then I'm going to let it drop to the side. Feel that stretch through my groin and the front of my hip. And then I'm going to rotate that down, and then I'm going to reverse it. I'm going to bring it up to a 90 on the floor. Bring my knee up and back down. And switch. Left leg up to a 90. Tongue muscles engaged. Putting some pressure through my hands to help keep my hips, my right hip down on the ground as I rotate back down. You don't want your opposite hip of the leg that's working to lift off the ground, because then you're not going to be getting that stretch. And all right, and from here, I gotta check what I'm doing. All right, I'm bringing one knee into my chest, bringing my other leg towards center, and I'm gonna bridge up. Activating those glutes, getting a stretch through my hip flexor, getting a stretch through my glute in the opposite leg. That's 3. I'm gonna do 5 and just kind of see how the timer plays out. There's 5. Really pushing through the heel. All right, opposite knee into chest. Bring that other leg in towards center and push that heel, squeezing the glute. Then down. 3, 4, and 5. I'm going to switch, see where I'm at with the timer. Beautiful. Okay, so from here, I'm in a sitting position, and I'm going to have my knees kind of at this like 90, and then I'm going to rotate over, sitting up nice and tall, using my core and those hip muscles, kind of leaning forward. I'm going to cross, use your hands for assistance if you need to. Lean forward, feel that stretch. So here's where you can start getting some creative freedom Lean forward, rotate, whatever feels good to you. You can even go into some kneeling and really stretching. Keeping those knees in at a 90-90. Good. Nice, just really opening up those hips. Good, okay. So from here, we're gonna go into a quadruped. And I've got my arms right underneath my knees, toes are tucked, knees are under my hips. I'm gonna hover my feet, pushing against the ground, keeping my core engaged. And now I'm gonna roll back and reach back, really pushing through that shoulder, pushing through my legs, lifting my hips to the ground. And then I'm gonna roll back, check my position, holding my core tight. I'm gonna rotate the other way. Push up, reaching back, opening those hips, your shoulders as well. Why not? Checking in here. Reaching back. Stay in those positions as long as you want. Probably one more on this side. Beautiful. There goes my hair tie. All right, so now we're back in the quadruped position, but we're on all fours, we're not hovering, and we're just gonna lift and circle back. We're making some hip circles. Up and around, other side, going back, out, back and forward. So again, move through a motion, through a range that feels good to you. Try to keep your mid-back, upper back really sturdy, pushing against the ground. Try not to let your hips wobble too much as you flow through these circles. Really concentrate on the hip, like drawing a big circle with your knee. Good. Nice work. Got a little bit of heart rate going on this controlled movement. Okay, so from here, what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna step 1 foot forward, extending my other leg straight back. I'm gonna keep my toes tucked, knee right over your ankle, and you're just sitting forward in this lunge. Keep your hips facing forward. You can start rotating if you like. Put your hands on the inside, let that knee fall to the side. Whatever feels good to you. Sit it back, get a little hamstring stretch. Good, okay, let's switch sides. So step the other leg high up in front, drop the other one, keep my toes tucked, knee over ankle, hips forward, feeling that stretch. Here and in front of the thigh, walk my hands in, let that hip drop. Whew. Again, creative freedom. Move around with what feels good. I wish these minutes were longer. Everything feels so nice. Okay, we're back into this tall kneeling position. My toes are tucked, core's engaged, hips are facing forward, and I'm moving as one line, back and forward. Getting a stretch through the fronts of the thighs, through the quads, and really using some core work and some body control to lift myself back up. Good. Nice work. I'm having to read ahead because I don't have this memorized and my handwriting is small and messy. Keep breathing. Enjoy that stretch. And from here, we're gonna actually go back to our backs and we're gonna work on some roll-ups. So let's just start with something simple. Just getting a massage down that spine, using your core to help you up. And then from here, I'm actually gonna start, that wasn't right. There we go. So my front leg is hovering on top of my other leg, and I'm just kneeling up, like a figure 4. If you don't like that, stick with the rolls. You don't even have to come all the way up to that kneeling position. You can stop right there if you like. Okay, let's switch sides. Other leg hovering over the top, kneeling up. Told you there was an element of coordination here. Really using your core to get you up. Beautiful. And from here, we're going to go into a deep squat. Okay, so I'm coming all the way down here. Go as far as you can, okay? It's all in your range. And I'm just moving through that deep squat, pushing my elbows into my knees. And then from here, I'm going to let one knee drop in and back. Other side, knee dropping in and back. If you can't do that, just work on maybe pushing out. This is as deep as you can go. Push those knees out like that, okay? But if you're here, knee drop and in. Drop and back. Good, okay. Now from here, we're gonna take a wide stance. We're gonna go into some lateral lunges. So let's just start here. You can go assisted if you need to. Getting a stretch through that adductor muscle. And as you feel good, take it a little lower. Rotate that long leg up. Maybe even rotate. Rotate. Just walking along. Nothing serious. Just feeling good. Great way to wake up. We carry a lot of tension in our hips, so letting those hips open up and get some circulation and attention is a good way to start the day. Okay, and from here, last move, I'm going to be going into a deep squat, arms overhead, dropping my hips, dropping that tailbone, and coming out and stretching the back of those hamstrings. Core engaged. Okay, coming back up with a long spine, squatting deep, arms overhead, chest up, as low as you can sink. I'm dropping my hands, getting that hamstring stretch. Coming up with a long spine, core engaged, protect your low back. A few more of these. Oh, that feels good. You can make this your workout for the day, just something to get your energy going. Use it as a warm-up before leg day. Or like I said, a little afternoon pick-me-up when you need some extra energy. And that's it. Thank you so much for joining me. I will see you tomorrow for day 4. Have a good one.